Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Friday, the end of a crazy trading week. Traders, great to be with you. Coming to you from Thailand. Rainy skies, wind. Oh, not very nice. We've had a week of rain 24 hours a day, my friend. Well, we had some sun yesterday. Didn't last long. Traders, it is September 23rd, 2016. This is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, like I said, crazy week. A lot of stuff going on. The Fed, the BOJ, and today we have a lot of medium impact data, only about 3 high impact, nothing going on in London. All right, traders, let's get started. Let me introduce myself to you real briefly. My name is William Gilday, and I am your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in 2006 after going to I guess you'd call it a seminar, after watching a 60-minute infomercial at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was hooked from that day on. Traders, I retired in 2008 after a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand to take a 3-month holiday to celebrate my retirement. Traders, I'm in my 9th year, and I'm still here in Asia. The time zone is great to trade the financial markets. Up early in the morning for Asia, couple hour break. Then we start London at about 1:30 in the afternoon in Thailand. And then we get a break before New York, about 2 hours. And then we go into New York for about 2.5 hours. And that wraps up my day. So we start at 5:30 in the morning. We end at about 10:30 at night. No, I do not sit in front of my computers all that time. I can be on the run thanks to modern technology. Traders, I'm a pullback trader. I like a currency pair to make a move. Give me a decent pullback, preferably to a Fibonacci level, and we would like to enter the trade. However, I do listen to fundamentals, and fundamentals are very important. And I have to tell you, I've had this news feed that I've been with them for a very long time, years and years and years. And I actually wrote them yesterday, and I'm canceling my subscription. I couldn't believe I did it, but I had to do it. It was just getting a little bit too pricey, and now you can get data real quick. You know, if you follow the right people on Twitter and the right agencies on Twitter, you can get data just as quick on that data through Twitter, and the numbers come out, they go right up. It's pretty quick. No, it's not as good as my newsfeed. I mean, they send me emails and all that great stuff, but yeah. I'm getting a divorce with my newsfeed, and it's pretty upsetting. So the fundamentals are really important, and the fundamentals are that you need to know what's going on, you need to know what's coming out, and you need to get out of the way of the freight train. You know, don't be trading in front of the freight train. Don't be trading in front of the FOMC. Don't be trading in front of the BOJ, right? Because you can get beat up. And as we know, they did nothing this week, and the markets liked it, to be honest with you. So pretty interesting. So I take the fundamentals, I take my technicals, I put them together, and I come up with a trade plan. Once I have a trade plan, I put that plan in action. I know where I want to enter the trade. I put alerts on my charts, and basically I move on with my day and wait for my alert to go off, reassess the trade, and then enter the trade. And that's basically how I trade, folks. You know, you have to be in it to win it. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. You have to be in the market to win in the market. You can't be like taking 3-week holidays because you come back and you're just like really cold on what's going on. All right, that's enough about me. Let's get to the legal stuff. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex and any other financial markets. Traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, remember this is a game of capital preservation. Live to trade another day. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head over to news and commentary. Let's take a look at how the markets did. The Dow 30 closed positive 0.54%. I was at my charts at the open of the New York session, and they have the heat board of the S&P 500. Traders, I think there might have been 11 red boxes. The whole board was green. Unbelievable. Don't see that very often. The S&P 500 closed up 0.65%. The Nasdaq closed up 0.84%. The small cap 2000 closed up 1.45%. Traders, let's head over to the Eurozone where I see a lot of green there. The DAX closed up 2.28%. The FTSE 100 closed up 1.12%. The CAC 40 out of Paris closed up 2.27%. And the Eurostoxx 50 closed up 2.27%. Traders, let's head on over to Asia. Some of our markets are currently open. The Nikkei 225 being one of them. It's currently negative 0.15%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is up 0.41%. The China A50 closed yesterday up 0.71%, and the Hang Seng closed yesterday positive 0.38%, with the Kospi that is currently trading out of Seoul is currently up 0.10%. Traders, let's head over to the economic calendar. We do have some stuff coming out earlier today, which would have been midnight my time. BOE Governor Carney speaks. So I don't know what he said. I have not seen that yet. So we have nothing in Asia. There's really nothing coming out in Asia. Then we get down into the Eurozone, and let's take a look at what we have there. Not anything spectacular other than German manufacturing PMI for September comes out expecting 53.1. Previous was 53.6, so they took a notch down there. And we'll see how that works out. And then we get into the U.S. session for high impact data. We have core retail sales out of Canada today, and we also have core CPI out of Canada today. High impact news alerts. Traders, there's a lot of medium impact news alerts. In the U.S. session, we have FOMC member Hawkers speaking. They're all going to start talking now. It's like, yeah, and then we got FOMC member Lockhart speaking, and then we have FOMC Mester speaking today. So all the jabberjaws will be out there today on the microphones, trying to defend why they didn't raise interest rates this week. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So that wraps up our economic calendar today. Yesterday, very interesting trading day. The charts are really interesting, and I have to tell you, most of it is starting to work out for today. So it's going to be very, very interesting to say the least. All right, let's get over to the charts. Let's see what's going on. I think we have some good trade plans today. I don't see anything over the weekend, so if you're holding a trade over the weekend, I don't think you can have any issues with that. The euro dollar, this thing popped up a little bit. Everybody's all excited in the beginning of London, and this thing in New York was brought back down. And now, where do you want to trade this? Well, I sure don't want to trade this where it's at, right? So we're going to wait for it to clear the 200 exponential moving average at 1.11, I'd say 80, and take it down to 1.1130. Nice 50 pip trade, and we can get in and get out as quick as possible. Let's take a look at the pound. Basically in the same situation. Let it break down below the 200. Look at that 55 cross over the 200 to the upside. That's a little concerning, isn't it? Yeah, and then you have the 10 EMA below price. So this might not work out right away, folks, but we'd like to get in at 13.050.05. I'm sorry, 1.3053, and we'll get out at 1.2960 if we can get an entry. This is going to be tough to get this entry here, and especially that we have not a lot of data, no data out of the pound today at all. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on that. That's going to be interesting. But I expect this to come down, folks. The pound is not bullish by any means. It's bearish. So we're just in a wave here, and we'll just take that as it is. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie. Aussie, interesting. Did a notch up yesterday. New York brought it back down. Now we're going to wait and see. But we have good angle and separation, folks, and it's all pointing to the upside. So, we just need this to close below the 55. We get in at 0.7632. We'll get out just underneath the 200. And the reason I did that for that S2 pivot point was because there's not a lot of price action on that 200 exponential moving average. So we can get out at 0.7571. So let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. This is yesterday's trade plan, and look at this, folks. Came up to exactly where we wanted to get in at the 38.2, came all the way down to our take profit area, and here we sit here again. So we're going to do the same thing today. Let this come back up to 1.4692, and we'll take profit at 1.4647. So a nice 40 pip trade here. So yeah, looks good. Looks really, really good. All right. Let's take a look. So, let me go back to this for a second. I'm thinking quicker than I can talk. The stair-step maneuver in this pair is unbelievable. Traders, if you take fibs of these swings to the downside, you will see that most of this price action are Fibonacci levels. It's amazing. And you can do that on your charts, and you can basically have like 3 fibs, right, for each swing, and you can watch that and monitor that, and then take an eye on price levels. It works, my friends. It works. Let's take a look at the euro yen. Euro yen, a little beep up there, and now it's back down again. I'm bearish in this, folks. I want this to come back to the 200 exponential moving average at 113.38. We'll get out at 112.73. A nice 70 pip trade. I'm not taking anything where it's at right now. The other option is wait till it breaks the daily pivot point, and we'll sell it at 112.73. And our take profit is the same for all of them, and that is the S1 pivot at 112.15. Nice trade. I gotta tell you, this is not a bad trade. This is, this can work on a Friday to the downside. So this is pretty good. I'm like looking forward to this. This can be a trade for sure today. So we'll keep an eye on it. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. We talked about this trade yesterday, and we basically said we need to stay out of this yesterday. Now, traders, this looks real nice playing Monday morning quarterback, but if you were in this trade yesterday and had to watch this trade unfold, you would have been pulling your hair out, right? This really did not do what we wanted it to do. It's sideways, it dumped down, then it came back up. Now, we're below the 200 exponential moving average. So where do you want to take this, right? What do you want to do with this? Well, the New Zealand dollar is biased bearish, right? We want to sell this. So what we're going to do is, we'd love to see this pop up to the resistance level of 0.7360. I don't think that's going to happen today. Just don't see it. I do see it getting rejected at this 200 exponential moving average and continuing to the downside. So the other option is, why don't we put a trend line on the bottom of that and see if it breaks a trend line and then retest, and then we can take it from there. So this is pretty interesting, I have to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to jump in this today. I think I'm going to wait till probably Tuesday before I look at the Kiwi to trade it and let this settle itself down. This is like really an ugly chart, folks. It doesn't look that bad, but like I said, if you were in this yesterday, you were pulling your hair out. The only nice thing about this, if you look back and you can see where the 10 exponential moving average crossed the 55, that was a clue that this was going to the downside, and that was your entry. And whether you got in on that blue candle or that doji, but that red candle was definitely a spot to get in. Why? Because the 10 crossed the 55, and then that red candle closed below the 55. The new candle started above it and closed below it. That was your confirmation that this was heading for the downside. So quite a sweet little move there. But like I said, if you were in it, tick by tick, candle by candle, it was very difficult to take. All right, traders, on a Friday, TGIF. And we hope you all had a great trading week and made some profits. And if you didn't, break even. And if you took some losses, that's okay. We all take losses, my friends. And that's just part of the business. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, we invite you to come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, please come visit me on Twitter at FXCLAlerts1 on Twitter, and I will not be there today on a Friday. I will be there starting Monday. I do not do Twitter on a Friday. It's we have really horrible weather here, and as long as this lightning and thunder continues, I will not put on my computers. All right, traders, have a great trading day. Have a great break for the week, and we'll catch you at the next Asia session. Traders, take care now.